2024 Subaru Outback. It's the Onyx Edition 2.4 turbocharged optional engine. Let's go. Located at Subaru Wesley Chapel, so thanks to Subaru Wesley Chapel for providing me with this opportunity to have a review of this 2024 and basically 2025 Subaru Outback model year. There are no significant differences when it comes to the exterior and interior. Just a few more options became standard for the limited trim. But in overall, as we remember, the Subaru updated the Outback model about 1.5 years ago, so it's got a new headlight, slightly revised headlights and fog lights, as well as the front bumper and rear bumper and the front fascia as well. In this specific case, this is a 2024 Subaru Onyx Edition with 2.4 turbocharged engine, which is optional on this trim because you can also get a 2.5 liter natural aspirated engine with the same trim as this one, which is also Onyx Edition. What is Onyx Edition? Onyx Edition basically is black wheels, it's black mirror caps and black window trim and black badges, except for that Outback at the bottom of the door. And so the black badges in the back, you see Outback and XT, symmetrical all-wheel drive. Symmetrical all-wheel drive, obviously, if we're talking about Subaru, it means the drive shafts, which power each of the wheels, they have the same length. So basically the powertrain, the drive shaft, is located in the middle of the body of the car, which means all the drive shafts for all four wheels, they have the same length. This is what symmetrical all-wheel drive means. So the headlights are LED headlights. They can turn to the same direction as the steering wheel. So they are adaptive headlights. It's automatic low beam and high beam. They can be turned on automatically as well. And this Onyx Edition will also have the front camera, so it's not 360 camera. We don't have any cameras located in the mirrors, in the outside external mirrors, but we do have the rear camera, rear view camera, and front view camera. It's 18-inch wheels, 225 by 60, and you also have like a full spare tire. So if you can take a look, and this is why people, they actually buy Subaru Outback, because they wanna have a great cargo space. In this specific case, I have already prepared the rear seat, so I have folded them down, as you can see. So the total volume, the cargo space here is 32 cubic feet, 33 cubic feet, which is around 2 or 3 cubic feet more than in the compared Subaru Forester, the 2025 model. The reason being for that is that in terms of the wheelbase, Subaru Outback has a slightly larger wheelbase, which is 2,745 millimeters versus 2,680 millimeters in Subaru Forester. And the overall length of the vehicle is also larger than the Subaru Forester. And so altogether, this provides you with more cargo space. As you can see, you'll have a flat floor. You also have these levers to fold the seats back and down. You also have these mats, and they're not rubber, so they are regular mats for summer. Basically, if you live in some north areas, you should keep them clean a lot frequently than here in Florida. So this is the full-size spare tire, the jack and all that stuff. You also have these tie downs and hooks and different stuff which helps you go get groceries, for example, you have this mesh, you have this cigarette style charger and the outlet. Yeah, that's about it. You also have this cover which you can put in place, but for demonstration purposes, obviously, I have removed that. And also you have a power-operated tailgate. So I think it's time to go inside and see what's inside of the 2024 Subaru Onyx Edition. But before we do that, in terms of the pricing, so this Subaru Onyx Edition 2024 comes at $41,617 here at the dealership. So Subaru Wesley Chapel, it has no add-ons, no markups, no nothing, except for the MSRP and document fee. That's about it. So it's very comparable to the Subaru Forester, the top trim, for example, because the greatest difference between these two vehicles, if you are considering buying these two vehicles, for example, and you are on the fence between these two, I would say go get the Subaru Outback with 2.4 turbocharged engine. Now, because it provides great acceleration, great performance overall, and it's not that sluggish compared to 2.5 natural aspirated. I'm not saying 2.5 is really bad, but if you want to have some spirited driving experience, sometimes if you're driving on a highway on a regular basis, you have a lot of merging experience on the highway, I don't know, whatever, acceleration from ramp. So all this, in all that situations, obviously you will see the power of this engine, you will see the advantage of 2.4 turbocharged engine. Otherwise, if you are mostly driving in city limits, then 2.5 will do no problem. So in terms of the cabin space, you have this Softex, which is faux leather. It's not cloth. So base trim version of Subaru Outback, they come with cloth interior. This is like a faux leather. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with any perforation. That would be really great, even though this vehicle doesn't have any ventilated seats. Still, perforation itself would be very nice. Also, this vehicle has got an optional Harman Kardon audio system with 12 speakers, from what I remember. So all these materials and plastics here, they are soft plastics with contour stitching. You don't have any folded mirrors, so you cannot fold the mirrors, unfortunately, but all the window switches, they automatic up and down, which is nice. Again, power operated liftgate. This is what I have shown you already. So no digital gauge cluster, just a regular classic digital, I wanted to say digital. No, just a regular screen which showing your temperature, your speed, and all that stuff. So what else do you have here? Obviously on the left side you can switch tracks, change the source of music, your voice command is here. On the right side you have adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. You also have blind spot monitoring zone here. You have Starlink 11.6. I know the base versions of Subaru Outback, they come standard with this split screen, which is to be honest, it looks a bit dated. So this 11.6 Starlink screen looks much modern, more modern, I would say. So different settings here. Unfortunately, you don't have like physical buttons for your heated seats, but you have physical button for your heated steering wheel. It's leather wrapped steering wheel, fully heated, 360, and you have heated 3-stage front seats, as well as power operated seats, but you don't have lumbar support on the passenger seat. You do have lumbar support on the driver's seat only. This is the shifter of your CVT, 8-speed virtual gears, electronic parking brake. You have auxiliary port here. You have USB Type-C and USB Type-A ports here, and this is your camera button to enable the front view camera. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, that this vehicle doesn't come standard with 360, like fully blown 360 camera. Auto dimming rear view mirror here with home link buttons, with compass. You have a sunroof, moonroof. Also have this interesting shelf here, and your glove box compartment, it's felt and it's damped, which is really nice. So it's not fully plasticky, and generally it's very comfortable to sit in this interior, I would say. The seats looks really nice. The bolsters are decent, even though this is not a sporty vehicle. Still, I really like this vehicle in sitting position. I think now it's time to take it for a test drive, and then we sum it up. All right, let's go. Let's have a test drive. It's Subaru Outback Onyx Edition XT, which means 2.4 turbocharged engine instead, which is optional on this trim, instead of natural aspirated 2.5. So my first impressions here is that the suspension is extremely soft and quiet and smooth. I also tested recently, I tested a new generation of Subaru Forester, which is 2025 model year for the 6th generation of Subaru Forester. And I want to admit that that Subaru Outback is really close, but in terms of the suspension, Subaru Forester will be more like probably more smoothing in terms of smoothing all imperfections on the road. And so yeah, but they're very close in terms of softness of the suspension, in terms of noise coming into the cabin from suspension. So this will be on par with Subaru Forester, which is expected, but which is also expected. 2.4 turbocharged is vastly superior to 2.5 natural aspirated, and definitely you feel that, even though both vehicles with 2.5 natural aspirated and 2.4 turbocharged boxer 4-cylinder, they are mated with 8-speed CVT. 8-speed, I mean 8 virtual gears, so it's not like real actual gears, even though the CVT itself has a torque converter which actually sends the torque and power to all 4 wheels, because this is all-wheel drive. So regardless of the powertrain, you always have this CVT transmission, which now has 8 virtual gears. Before it was like 7 virtual gears, but after the restyling, or should I say a facelift in 2022, this vehicle got an updated algorithm and software of the CVT, which now has like 8 virtual speeds, 8 virtual gears. In terms of steering, you don't feel a lot, actually, to be honest. So the steering feel is, it's not agile by any means. The vehicle leaning, yeah, it's leaning quite noticeably, I would say, especially here. So let's test it here, but which is expected, because otherwise you wouldn't have that soft suspension which eats everything, which eats all potholes, imperfections, expansion joints and whatnot. So which is very, very expected, obviously, in this class of vehicles. And this is not like a sporty vehicle by any means. This is a family hauler. If you don't want to get a Forester and you want to get this one, then obviously you will like this one more, especially with this 2.4 turbocharged engine, which is optional on this trim. In terms of quietness, in terms of NVH and general cabin comfort, I would say it's very close to Subaru Forester. But somehow Subaru managed to get like an updated cabin insulation probably in 2025 Forester, because Forester, to me, it felt quieter than this vehicle, which is expected too, because Subaru Forester has got a new generation. 2025 model is new generation, while this Subaru Outback was actually updated and refreshed like almost 2 years ago, with a slightly refreshed headlights and taillights and some equipment inside. So maybe that's the difference, because obviously Subaru Forester got more insulation materials and cabin insulation specifically. What is still here is the droning noise. So when you accelerate in this car from a standstill, for example, obviously I'm not going to do it as hard as possible right now, but you hear this virtual gear shifts. At the same time, you still have this droning noise. So under hard acceleration, or like, let's say, middle acceleration, still the engine is being kept at higher RPMs, and this is just another feature of CVT. Other than that, I don't see any drawbacks in this vehicle in terms of drive and performance, and braking performance is very nice, although I would like this vehicle to have more responsive brakes, because you have to apply quite a pressure to feel the feedback from the brakes, right? So some vehicles, they are set up to have this gradual braking experience. So the more you press the pedal, the more braking you get. In this case, it's not the case in this case with Subaru Outback. So basically you have to apply a lot of pressure to get decent braking performance, which is, again, obviously expected in this class. So yeah, the sitting position is comfortable. I would say that the bolsters, they are okay. It's not like a sporty vehicle by any means. So in general, I would describe this vehicle as very relaxed and comfortable with decent performance. It makes 0 to 60. It does 0 to 60 from around 6 to 6.2 seconds, depending on the ambient environment, ambient temperatures, I mean, because if it's too hot outside, like here in Florida, Tampa Bay area, obviously you'll get worse time. If it's like colder, obviously the turbocharger will pressurize more air towards the engine, which will result in better performance. So the best performance should be like 5.9, 5.8, 0 to 60. So all in all, I really like this vehicle. To me personally, it's looking slightly better than 2025 Subaru Forester. So let's sum this video up. So what do I think about Subaru Outback 2024 or 2025 model year? So in terms of 2025 model year, the limited trim has got sunroof, has got heated seats and heated steering wheel, and 11.6 Starlink as standard equipment, so it's not optional anymore. If you want to have like a full-blown, the high-stream Subaru Outback, you should go for a touring, which includes ventilated seats, which includes Harman Kardon standard as well, heated seats front and rear. This vehicle also has got rear seats with heated function as well, with USB Type-C and Type-A ports, charging ports, which is really nice and comes in handy. So after the test drive in this vehicle, after the test drive of this vehicle, so I want to say that definitely 2.4 turbocharged engine is the option, is the way to go, because 2.5 really felt sluggish to me personally. Obviously, I don't have anything against that engine. It's base, it's nice, it's refined, but still, if you do a lot of highway driving, I would say the 2.4 turbocharged will be a preferable or preferred option for you. In terms of pricing, the pricing starts at around $31,000 with destination and delivery and handling at the dealer here. So again, Subaru Wesley Chapel, I'm not affiliated with this dealer. I'm just saying that they don't have any markups, addendums, or anything aside from the MSRP and regular documentation and registration fees. So that's about it. So the top trim version, which is Subaru Wilderness, Outback Wilderness, it's got a slightly higher ground clearance, and yeah, basically this is the most capable Subaru Outback available right now in the Subaru lineup, and its MSRP is around $45,000 before taxes, obviously. So I think the sweet spot would be like a limited, probably with 2.4 turbocharged, which comes at around $38,000, so less than $40,000, which is also less than top trim Subaru Forester. If you're on the fence between these two vehicles, I would rather get these 2.4 turbocharged, maybe slightly decontented, maybe without ventilated seats, without Harman Kardon, without this front view camera, which comes in handy for some of you, but you don't have like full 360 experience. So that would be the sweet spot for me. If you wanna get all these options also as well, bells and whistles, probably you should go with Subaru Touring or Subaru Outback Wilderness. So, but that's just my personal opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Please support this channel. I will be adding more and more videos, and hopefully, yeah, they will be more regular, I would say. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and see you next video.